YSL MYSLF Eau De Parfum versus YSL MYSLF Le Parfum. Which one is better, guys? We're going to discuss that in this video, so keep it locked. Alright guys, so we're back on the inside and we're talking about these two fragrances right here. You're probably in the valley of decision. You want to know which one to just go for if you only want to have one of these, and I'm going to let you know that in this video. So we're going straight into it, guys. Let's talk about the first one. So we have here YSL MYSLF Eau De Parfum. This is the first version. Wonderful, beautiful, fresh fragrance. If you know me, you know I love this one. And let me be honest, YSL fragrances, for me, they are very good quality, smells great, they know how to capture your attention. So this one here, again, is that fresh citrus opening with that orange blossom, and then you have that patchouli in the base. So this one, guys, I did a video with this recently. If you saw it, if you didn't see it, I'll leave it here. But that's top 5 fresh fragrances in my collection. So you know that this one here, guys, if you saw that video, is a very nice, clean, fresh fragrance. Don't know about anybody else, but I know about me. I really like this fragrance, and I almost have that same feeling like I have when it comes to our YSL Y Eau De Parfum. Probably that will go down as one of my favorite YSL fragrances, but this one here is right behind. So just clean, smells great. Very mass appealing. So you're wearing this, anybody is going to be drawn to you when they get a whiff of this fragrance. So you like to smell clean, you like to smell fresh, like to smell like a gentleman. This is the one that's going to do the trick for you. All right, so YSL MYSLF Eau De Parfum, clean, fresh, and you smell the quality in this fragrance, right? So how does this compare to the new version? So here we have the new version, the Le Parfum, right? Le Parfum, right? So this is the Le Parfum version, right? It's a kind of fingerprint magnet, I would say. So the bottle has that matte finish, looks really nice, very similar, same bottle design and everything as the first one. But what is the difference with this one as compared to, and these are very good atomizers, guys, so if you're wondering, right? How does this compare to the first version? So this one is very similar in its DNA, but this version has that bourbon, vanilla, and amber feel to it, right? So they added those 2 notes along with probably 1 or 2 others. I'll put the notes up. But what you get here when you first spray this, you get that MYSLF DNA, but it's just a bit more warm. It's a bit more cozy. It's a bit more smooth. It has that creamy kind of facet about it, and that's coming from that vanilla. All right, so they are very similar but different at the same time. So if you're a guy just want to stay fresh and clean whole day, this is the one you're going to go for, the original one, the first one. But if you just want the same DNA but just a bit more smooth, a bit more creamy, a bit more ambery, slightly sweeter, this is the version you're going to go for. I really appreciate this one because for me, when you're doing a flanker, you're supposed to keep that DNA, the original DNA, and just, you know, tweak it a bit with notes that would just, you know, make the fragrance itself more captivating or even enhance the fragrance. All right, so this is, I would say, it is an enhancement to the first version. So if you just want something with a bit more, I don't want to say quality because the first one has that quality as well, but if you want something just with a bit more personality, a bit more layers to it, that will give you a different dynamic, this is the one you're going to get, the Le Parfum. Again, you have to be into those fragrances that lean a bit more sweet, a bit more creamy, a bit more smooth to enjoy this one. All right, but again, just to the common man who's not paying attention, they may smell similar, but if you're really into fragrances, and I would expect most of you are because you're watching this video, you will pick up the differences. It's very obvious. I have them again on both hands right now. So this one, the dry down, it stays fresh, and this one, the dry down, it stays smooth, ambery, creamy. All right, so that's the major differences between the two if you're looking at performance now. Hey guys, just had to jump in here very quickly as we're talking about performance. So if you're a guy, you've been having issues with your fragrance performance, I have compiled a resource with 6 tips that will help you to increase the performance of your fragrance. All right, so if that's something you're interested in, all you have to do is type the word tips in the comments, TIPS, and I'll send that resource to you completely free of charge. This is just something I've compiled from my years of wearing fragrances, and these will be the 6 things that work the best in terms of getting the best performance out of your fragrance. All right, so if you're interested in that, again, type the word tips in the comments and I'll send you that resource completely free of charge. All right, and watch your fragrance wearing experience explode. Again, your fragrance will come to life. All right, so if you want that resource, you know what to do. Let's go. For me, I'd say you get around the same thing in terms of longevity, but in terms of projection and sillage, for me, the first one would give you more of a projection because of it's a bit more citrusy, it stays fresh. I would say the notes are probably a little more volatile in the heat. This is going to lift off your skin very nice. It's going to project. So for me, the projection is better here. Not saying that this one, the projection isn't good. It's good as well, but when you're comparing the two, this fresh version, those citrus elements is going to lift off a bit more, right? Because of the amber and the vanilla in this one, it's going to sit a little closer because it's a bit heavier, you know, in its makeup. So that's how I'd categorize them in terms of the performance, right? So decent performance. They are not be smooth fragrances by any means, but it's going to do a job for you for the time that you're out, right? So that's the main differences between these two fragrances. And of course, well, price wise, the Le Parfum will be a bit more, it's a more recent release and so on, so you're going to pay a little bit more for this one, right? But they are both great. Just keep in mind, if you're going for the fresh, clean finish, you're going to go for the original one. If you're going for that smooth, creamy, vanilla, ambery type of finish, you're gonna go for the Le Parfum. All right, but the DNA in itself, it's really a DNA that is taken off. People are gonna ask you what you have on because it has that mass appeal to it. All right, so I'd expect these two fragrances to even become more popular as time goes by. Just remember, I have been talking about these fragrances for a while now, right? Especially the first one, just had to get it. So yeah, not a long video, guys. That's the main differences here. Great DNA, enjoyable fragrances, but slightly different in its makeup. So I know some of you may be asking, Jarrell, which one do you prefer? So as it relates to me, both of these fragrances have their purposes, but for me, I prefer the original version, the first version, because I'm a guy that I like or love fresh fragrances, right? I love, you know, good fresh fragrances, not not mediocre fresh fragrances. Good fresh fragrances I really appreciate. So this one for me is a bit more of that Swiss Army knife type of fragrance. So I could wear this one in any situation, but again, it does better in the heat, but I can still wear it. It's versatile. I can still wear it in any situation. This one I can, but for me in the high heat, I wouldn't choose this one to go outside with, right? You can wear it, of course, right? We're in the Caribbean here, it's hot. You can wear it in the daytime, in the heat, but for me, the first one would be more appropriate for the heat. That's just me, all right? So if I have to keep one, I would keep this one, but that doesn't mean this one again is not great. This is great as well, and I know there are guys that sometimes you want something a bit more than just the fresh basic fragrances. Then you're gonna go for this one because this one has that extra personality, that extra layer to it. So you're gonna go for this one, all right? But again, both are great. You can choose anyone. It just depends on your situation, your environment. If you have any of these fragrances, leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know your thoughts on these fragrances, and of course I will respond there. So if you enjoyed this video, if you got any value from this video, don't forget to drop a like. Really appreciate it, guys. Thank you in advance. If you haven't subscribed, you can do that now. Click the bell so you'll be notified every time I put out a new video. So again, thanks for watching, guys, and you know we do it here. Stay fresh, smell your best, and I'll catch you in the next video. So until then, I'm out. Take care.